what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the... Oh, god damn it! Are you kidding me? You know, I get rid of Misery Blackfly for 1 week, and the fucking corn children show up. Jesus Christ, my God. Well, guys, welcome to Movie Fans Horror Review. I am joined again. He was here a couple weeks ago. Bilak, say hi.
Hi.
What's going on? And of course, Darren Randy. So, what's going on, buddy? How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Doing good? Alright, glad to have you guys here. Alright, yes, Misery Black is not here this week, but hopefully she'll be back next week, so boom. And just want to throw it out there right now. Normally, I mean, every week I always try to get on and check everybody's stuff on YouTube, videos like that, but October's coming up, and I'll be honest with you, it is literally like my busiest month. Like, haunted houses, horror movies coming out. I mean, you just got so much stuff going on, so if I'm not checking out the videos or...
When our movies are coming out?
Well, we're going to hit that later on, buddy. That's in the show. You sit back, you relax on the show, man. We'll get to that. But yeah, I just want everybody to know, if you don't, because normally I always check everybody's videos. I try to, comment when I can. I participate as much as I can. I may not be able to do as much this month, but, so don't think like, oh, movie fans ignoring me. I'm not ignoring anybody. Just hadn't had a chance to check it out. So, but yes, all right. So let's get to the show. Now, last week I asked a question. The question of the week was, what was your top 3 worst horror series? And literally, I kind of worded it kind of shitty. And 30 Wolfman actually worded it a lot better. He kind of said, like, what series, like, may start out good, but just wasn't. Yeah, and I really like the way he worded it a lot better. And speaking of 13 Wolfman, he hit me up. He said he agrees Amityville Horror is one of them. He just didn't care for the series. Gave basically the same reasons I gave, He said number 2 is Halloween. And I did a question a while back ago, is what your top 3 favorite horror series was. And that's why Halloween was not in it, because it is just so disjointed and, it's just not a real good, doesn't have good continuity. That's the main thing. But yeah, he agrees with that, so boom. And he can give a good breakdown, like he's breaking down like all the different routes you can take when you're watching the Halloween series. Like, you can watch them as like 1 and 2 and that's it, or 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6, or 1, 2, 7, So he did really good on that one. And then he said his number 1 was The Howling, which I've only seen the first Howling. I never seen it, but I have heard just horrible things, so I just kind of like, I'll just kind of wait on that. So thank you, 13 Wolfman, I appreciate that. Cynical 44 hit me up, and he said, now, I literally stated no trilogies, like series only, 4 movies and more, and he hit me up with 3 trilogies, like literally just back to back. But hey, I don't hate you. I appreciate you, participating, so thank you. At number 3, he said Urban Legends. I've only seen the first 2. Loved the first one, but the first one was really good for what it is. Teenage whodunit slasher, and I thought it was really good. Still holds up. Hold up a lot better than I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Or I'm sorry, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Any of them, I guess. They're both kind of shit now, but yeah, I thought it was really good. But part 2 sucked balls. I'm telling you right now, it was just horrible. He said number 2 is Pulse. Haven't seen any of the sequels of that one. I thought the first one just sucked. Horrible. And then he said his number 1 worst series was Feast. I haven't seen any of them. I want to see the first one, but I did hear the same thing. And he said, like, on all these, he likes the first one, but he said that the sequels are just garbage. So yes, thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. Now, this week, I didn't even say what movies we're doing. I'm just running right along here. I'm blaming the corn children. They're throwing me off what it is. This week, we are going to do Silent Night, Bloody Night. This ain't even like a good case for it. I got a 10-pack here from the Vault of Horror. And Silent Night, Bloody Night's like right here. It's like the 5th movie down. And the original, When a Stranger Calls. So now we got that out of the way. This week's top 3 is, we're going to do, I figured since this had a really shitty remake spun off from it, why not do top 3 worst remakes? Alright, I guess you call it bomb 3 remakes, but you know what, we'll say top 3 worst remakes. I already did top 3, your favorite top 3 remakes. Now we're going to do top 3 remakes that you just think are complete shit. For me, at number 3, Black Christmas. Love the original. And dude, the remake was just garbage. It was just watered down. Like, yeah, they amped up some of the blood. Who gives a shit? No substance, no story really. recycled garbage. They dropped the whole abortion thing, which I thought was just a fucking cop-out. I didn't like it. Number 2, What a Stranger Calls. They took like the first half hour of this and made that the entire movie. Yeah, smart thing, guys. And number 1, my worst remake of all time, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Are you fucking kidding me? I won't even go on a big thing. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even on a big thing. Didn't like it at all. Now, what about you guys? I mean, you guys seen a lot of horror remakes. You have any that you just do not like at all?
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Didn't like Nightmare on Elm Street at all either?
No.
Wasn't big on it? Wasn't feeling it?
No.
I
didn't like Jason.
You didn't like Friday the 13th? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. You know what? People actually agree with that. There's some people out there who don't like it either. I loved it. I thought Friday the 13th was awesome, but I'm watching you, buddy. I'm watching you. Alright. So yeah, top 3 worst horror remakes. So you know how to do it. You guys can leave the comment right down below. My Phantom friends over on Facebook, hit me up there. And everybody else, you can video response. We don't have Misery Black, you know, pimping it out this week. So, or of course, email me, moviefam7@gmail.com. So, all right. What do you guys think? Get some news? Get some news?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you guys. I have been kind of busy this week, and I didn't really get a whole lot of news story. I scraped what I could. That's why I do. That's how professional I am. Is with when I'm in a hurry, I'll just scrape shit. You know. I did see some new clips from the new Paranormal Activity 4. This is crazy. Like, recently it seems like, maybe it's been like this for a while, but I'm just noticing recently, like, the bonus clips before the movie comes out, it's like ridiculous. Like, I just remember when I was younger, it was a trailer, and you had a couple TV spots, and that was it. Maybe on Fox they would show like a little half-hour special for the movie you're about to watch. But that was it. Dude, now it's like every week there's a new clip, or new one sheet, new stills. I'm like, man, really? Like, I try my best to stay away from them. Like, Prometheus was the most ruthless. Like, they were, like, popping, like, special shit out every minute. Like, every 5 seconds, something new would come out. Oh, look at the, you know, behind the scenes, and, oh, crazy commercial, and, oh, this is just like an interview with the actual character, not the, you know. And I was just like, However, I'm a big fan of the Paranormal Activity 4. Not saying I'm not a big fan of Prometheus. I love Prometheus. I just didn't want to be ruined for me. Like, I was just like, I don't want to see shit until I watch it in theaters. Or Paranormal Activity 4, I can go either way. I don't care if it's ruined for me or whatever. I'm a fan of the Paranormal Activity series. So, yeah, 4 coming out. Saw some clips. It looks good. Have you guys seen any of the Paranormal Activity movies? Or
no.
Haven't seen them? I recommend them. I'm not going to lie. At home, lights out, in front of the TV. That's the only way you can really watch this movie, I'm telling you. You ain't going to do it, are you? I'm looking in your eyes. Oh. You won't do it either. Okay, so up next they had 10 comics to feast on. Segment on bloodydisgusting.com. And yeah, just 10 horror or horror-related comics to, you know, check out. They haven't announced that horror, so it's not like a ranking kind of thing. American Vampire Volume 4, hard cover, is out. The Goon, number 42. Happy, number 1. The Milkman Murders. I'm hearing good things about that one, actually. Then they had I, Vampire number 0. Also getting pretty good reviews. Justice League Dark number 0. Apparently, like, I guess DC's taking a lot of the characters and just making them dark, I guess. Like, there's new, like, the new 52 thing they're doing. I guess now it's like a little branch off of that, and they're gonna make things a little darker, I guess. Memorial Volume 1 hardback hardcover back, what do you call it? Another one's getting a lot of good reviews. They compared it to Lock and Key, and my cousin actually got me into Lock and Key. There now, it's brilliant. It is freaking brilliant. If you have not read Lock and Key, like, I don't care if you're a graphic novel fan or we call it comics, I don't know what you call it. If you're not a fan, this is like the one that you would have to get into, because I mean, it literally is just brilliant writing. The artwork is beautiful, and it actually has a good story. Like, I don't know, it has all the elements. It's written by Joe Hill, who is actually Joseph King, son of Stephen King. And you can tell, I mean, definitely got the writing gene from his dad, so yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's Memorial Volume 1. Then they had the new Dead Guardians, number 7. And it's not like, it's kind of, they mesh it together, so I don't know. It's kind of weird, like Deadians or Dead Guard, I don't know. Yeah, something like that. Mind Management number 5 and Talon number 0. Apparently he's like he's from the Owls. They have like a group of owls now in DC Universe. And this guy's getting his own spinoff. I don't think he's a villain or I don't know. But yeah, so there they are, the top 10 comics to feast on. So yeah. And finally, my boys who did the Shaun of the Dead, they are coming back together, reuniting Edgar Wright, Simon Pegg, and Nick Frost. Movie called The World's End. And apparently, it's about this group of friends that do this pub crawl every year. But then, like, you know, as years gone by, they've all gone their separate ways and whatnot. They come back together, and yeah, they're going to, like, you know, one last time do the pub crawl. But something is going down. Now, they're not saying what it is yet, but you know what? I don't care because, fuck it, it's Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg and Nick Frost together again. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, brilliant freaking movie. So I don't even care this. It can literally just be like these three guys sitting in their living room. It can actually be these three guys doing the show right here. Like if I can just watch them sitting in my living room reviewing, you know, movies, I'd be like, that's gold. That's brilliant. You know, put some credits on that thing, send it out there. Go ahead, Universal, distribute it. And it'd be brilliant. So yeah, so The World's End, check it out. And The World's End, it's actually, excuse me, it's the pub they go to. It's called The World's End, so it's a reference to the actual pub they're drinking at. So, all right, well guys, October is upon us. Halloween, huh? Digging that? Well, also there's gonna be a shitload of horror movies coming out. I mean, we're talking like 5 big mainstream ones. Naturally, a lot of stragglers will probably come as the weeks progress. But the not top 5. The 5 that are coming out this month are we got Frankenweenie, VHS, Sinister, Paranormal Activity 4, and Silent Hill Revelation 3D. And I'll kind of get more in depth as they get closer. But 2 of them are actually coming out next weekend. Frankenweenie. You guys see anything about this? Frankenweenie?
Oh, Hotel Transylvania is coming out too.
Already out this weekend. I'm not a big Adam Sandler fan, so but it's making money. It's making money, and Adam Sandler needs it after Jack and Jill, and That's My Boy, and I think he lost a lot of money on Bucky Larson too. I say fuck Adam Sandler. That's just me. That's just me. I'm just saying. But you're right. Hotel Transylvania is out. That's horror related, you know. And so is Frankenweenie. It's Tim Burton directing it, and it's an animated thing. And basically, what it is like his dog dies, and he brings him back, like, you know, Frankenstein style. So he has an undead dog, and then of course he has a little sidekick like Igor, sorry, watching too much Young Frankenstein. And anyways, he lets a secret out. He tells everybody in their class, like, oh, we can raise the dead or whatever. And yeah, it just goes crazy. It actually looks pretty good. Like, to me, I think it looks better than Hotel Transylvania. And I haven't seen any trailer yet. I just been seeing, like, you know, minor clips here and there. It looks good. And people are saying that, you know, this is probably one of the best things Tim Burton has done in a while. I'd have to agree. I wasn't a big fan of Sweeney Todd. I didn't care for Dark Shadows. I feel like there's something. I'm not trying to hate. I love Tim Burton, but he hasn't really done anything. Oh, the last movie I liked that he directed was Willy Wonka. Or sorry, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I thought that was pretty good. But other than that, I don't know. Am I missing anything, guys? I mean, Tim Burton? No? So yeah, Frankenweenie. And then VHS. Basically, they find a lot of these tapes in this serial killer's basement, and they watch them. And I guess it's kind of like a cross between an actual movie and a found footage. Once again, sorry I hadn't done my homework. I'm not sure exactly what the plot is, or the trailer is. So I'm not really sure. Kind of muggy on it. I'll check it out. Looks like, B-movie, horror movie stuff. So yeah, can't be too bad. So yeah, that's the October horror movie list right there. So yeah, we'll roll that on. All right, time to get some viewer comments. Up first, we got Rise THX1138. And yeah, he comments that he's really digging the show. He loves the mask. Buddy, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's awesome. So, hey, I'm glad you're liking the show. And yeah, keep tuning in. Appreciate it. Up next, we got Lane. This guy is the guy I'm like, in the group with on the Horror Freaks United. I'm actually friends with him on Facebook. Really good kid. He has his own videos like that. He does a lot of the, like, he'll do like these, the epic rap battles. Like, this kid can actually do it. Like, he turns the computer on and he just goes with it. And he's actually really good. Like, he could actually do it, along with it. Yeah, and anyway, he did a video the other day. It was a shout-out video. And he gave me a shout-out. And, buddy, that means a lot to me. Like, literally. I know I say a lot whenever anybody gives me a shout-out. I'm like, it means a lot. But you know what? It really does, because, like, no one has to do that. Like, they can literally just be like, yeah, we can click the like button and then move on. We can leave hate mail, move on, whatever. But dude, like, you went out of your way, made the video, said, you know, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Like I said, I literally do, like, you know, I said I only got like 5 people watching the show, but I would not trade those 5 people in for nothing. They literally are like some of the best people ever. So yes, thank you very much, Lane. I really do appreciate it, buddy, and keep doing your thing. So, and then finally, 13 Wolfman had a couple questions. He actually had a couple questions. He had a question for me and Misery Black. She wasn't here. I did contact her though. The question was, like, what do we do during the day? What's the day job? Like, what are we doing when we're not doing the horror movie, you know, Horror Phantoms movie review? And, or sorry, Movie Phantoms horror review. Get my words all jumbled. It's a little late. It's a little late. What are you guys still doing up? Isn't like past the cornfield's bedtime here? It is, that's it. You can get your asses back to the cornfield. No, you know what we do during the day and whatnot. And, breaking the fourth wall here, because I mean, clearly I'm in a lair, you know, and I'm a Phantom. I work in a furniture factory, and yeah, we make high quality furniture for Washington D.C. We got a lot of clients there. And I'm not gonna lie, I can get in trouble for saying this. It's really shitty material. Like, we charge them a shitload of money for cheap, not good furniture. But yeah, I'm proud to serve my country. So yeah, that's what I do. It's soul crushing, and I'm not gonna lie, it's more fun being a Phantom. Like, if I can just pull this off full time, I would totally do it. I got a hold of Misery Black, caught her at the mausoleum. We just started talking there, and she said she eats the souls of orphans. I'm not making this up. That's what she said. I asked her. I said, you know, Misery, what do we do during the day? I told her what I did. I was like, this is what I do. And I'm like, what do you do? She says, I eat the souls of orphans. And I'm like, okay. And if she's back next week, I'm sure she'll verify it. But that's what she told me. So, 13 Wolfman, I hope that answers that question. And then you also asked what was on her T-shirt. And it's a band shirt. The band's called Asking Alexandria? I don't know, something like that. It's a British screamo band, she said. I'm sure it's horrible because she has like horrible music taste. So, screw you, Misery. And yeah, so that's that right there. So yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for the comments. Yeah, there's more, you know, I want more comments. You know, leave your comments. You know how to hit me up. People have been doing video responses lately. I'm cool with that. Like I said, if I don't answer on the show, I'll send you a message, or I'll leave it, you know, I'll answer, you know, comment box, or if you're a person on Facebook, I'll hit you up on Facebook. So, I mean, you know, if you don't get a shout out or talk here, I'll definitely, you know, answer you, you know, regardless. Yeah, but you know how to do it. Video response, email, moviefan7@gmail.com. Facebook friends, or sorry, the Phantom friends over on Facebook, and then of course comment right down below. And you can ask me anything. You can, you know, I don't care. Like I said, you know, you ask me what my day job is, and I'm cool with that. Like I said, I'll answer anything. Ridiculous, serious, what I think about certain movies, what color my underwear is. I don't care. Like, I literally don't care. Anything you want to do. Hate mail. I love hate mail. I'll take some hate mail. Like, literally just, you know, boom, boom, boom. You can have questions for any of my guests. You know, you got a question you want to ask Bilak or Darren Randy over here. You comfortable, buddy? Going pretty good over there right now? How's that axe treating you?
What?
How's that axe treating you? Pretty good? Good stuff? Alright. And, yeah, so you can ask these guys anything. You can ask me anything. Whatever you want to do. Boom, we're good. So, what do you guys say to get some reviews? Now, I'm pretty safe in understanding this, that you guys just have not seen Silent Night, Bloody Night, or When a Stranger Calls?
No.
Alright, cool. Well, I'll go ahead and review it for you guys. Spoilers alert, but these are like from the 70s, so come on. Alright, first, 1974. We got Silent Night, Bloody Night in this awesome box set. You know, when I first got out of high school, when I moved out on my own, I had a modest little DVD collection. I'm saying like 10, if that. And I had a shitload of VHSs, but you know, I knew at this point, like, I'm moving on to DVDs. So I'm going through and getting DVDs, and I just wasn't smart enough as a kid to realize that, like, when you see a box set, you know, it has like, you know, 10 movies of all the horror. I'm like, wow, 10 movies? That's a great deal. Like, oh my god. Not realizing it's not going to be like 10 just mainstream, you know, awesome movies. It's going to be, you know, shit fest. Now, granted, this one ain't too bad. I'm not like, you go through a lot of shit, but around Silent Night, Bloody Night gets pretty good. This also has Don't Look in the Basement, really good. Jack the Ripper, not bad. Satanic Rites of Dracula, okay. House on Haunted Hill and Night of the Living Dead. I'm not gonna lie, 6 out of, you know, the other 4 just, yeah. But, yeah, but, you know, I was a sucker for these. Like, every time I find any kind of, like, and I have a shitload of collection, or a shitload of DVDs over there in the collection that just, I bought them because they had, like, a shitload of movies in them. Like, oh, wow, 10 movies, 20 movies, oh, this is brilliant. And, like, most of them just be garbage. Like, I got lucky in this one because the majority of them are pretty good. I haven't been so lucky on other ones. But, anyway, so I get this, like, one of the first times I've ever done it, though. And I'm watching, and once again, like I said, the first 4 movies are horrible. And I'm trying to, like, lie to myself. I'm like, no, these are okay. No, they're not. They sucked. But the first one I said it was good was Silent Night, Blade Night. And when I watched it, I was just kind of thrown off, like, wow, this is actually really good. Because once again, the shit fest I was watching before that just sucked balls. I get to this one, I'm like, oh, wow. It's basically about, there's a big mansion, and this guy, he turns it into an insane asylum. Anyways, he has an accident, he dies, and he leaves it to his grandson. And of course, the grandson is finally come back, and at this point now he's just trying to sell the house. Just wanting to sell it, get rid of it. At the same time, a psychopath escapes from the local insane asylum, another one, not the house that was, and is killing people. And everybody's kind of looking at the grandson like he may have something to do with it. Okay, like I said, it was really surprisingly good. Now, the copy I have is it's not cleaned up at all. Like, you can see all the wrinkles in the film, the creases. It has, like, grainy look, lines going through it. It has, like, the snaps and crackles and the pops of the, that's Rice Krispies, isn't it? Yeah, anyways, it has, like, all the, you hear the noises on the soundtrack. I mean, it looks, like, I love that look. Like, don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm sure, I've seen Blu-ray. Blu-ray looks incredible. I don't want my horror movies in Blu-ray. I want that, like, and I hate to keep using the phrase, but, like, I want that grindhouse look. I want that, I found this in someone's basement and we're going to watch it on the reel. I mean, to me, it has it has more atmosphere to it. And this one, I mean, it's a bad copy. Now, it's not, like, unwatchable, but it does have the lines and all that shit through it. Okay. To me, I thought it was pretty ingenious, the idea. Now, it was really low budget, 1974. This predates Black Christmas. And that, of course, predated, Halloween. This is, I'm not going to say first slasher. In fact, that's one thing the horror freaks you now, we was talking about the other day, was like, what's the first slasher? And everybody kept going further back and whatever. I think this actually has more to attribute to, I'm going to butcher your name, Giallos, the Italian type stuff, like the shit that, Argento and Fulci did, the black gloves and stuff like that. And that's the thing, like, literally, like, because you don't see the escape killer, you don't see his face at all. So they try to make it look like it could be anybody, and every motherfucker in this entire town, women included, they have black gloves. I'm like, really? Whatever. So yeah, like I said, when you kind of get to the revelation of what's going on, and once again, I'm going to drop spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled, I mean, because I'm not going to lie, it is kind of a neat little twist. I recommend just fast forwarding right now, get 5 minutes or so. You won't miss anything, just me running my mouth. But yeah, when you kind of get to it and you find out what it was, is the grandfather who owned it, what happens is, he's there with his daughter living in the house. And, he basically sleeps with his daughter and they have a kid. And, of course, I guess it's just like more just like out of like, oh God, we have a kid together. They get rid of the kid. They just put it up for adoption or whatever. But like his daughter, slash, girlfriend, I guess, has like, it kind of crushes her. So for whatever reason, he decides like open an insane asylum, and he invites all these doctors over to kind of help her cope through it. And of course, he's just getting more miserable because he's just like, these people are just here eating my food, drinking my wine, living in my house, and they're not even helping my daughter. So he releases all the other insane asylum dudes, all the inmates, and the inmates just go on a killing spree and kill all the doctors. But what happens is, and of course, this dude, he kind of disappears or whatever. They also kill his daughter, not realizing she wasn't a doctor. But then what they do is, and this is where it gets brilliant, is they take the personas of the doctors. So the inmates pretty much start pretending to be doctors. Or they pretend, and they basically just take over town. It's like the sheriff is an insane, a nut, the town mayor, he's a lunatic. I mean, everybody, they just take over the role of the town. Small town, and it's all nuts. So that was brilliant. I thought it was a neat little twist there. Yeah. Won't say too much more than that. but it's a decent. I mean, if you can find it out there. Now, don't get confused, because whenever I said I was going to be doing, I told a buddy of mine I was going to be doing Silent Night, Bloody Night. He immediately said like, "Oh, the one about the killer Santa," and I'm like, "No, that's Silent Night, Deadly Night," and that is about Santa Claus who basically got dressed like Santa Claus and goes on a killing spree. No, Bloody Night, not Deadly Night, Bloody Night, and really good. It has John Carradine in it. Kind of a wasted role. Like, he doesn't talk. Or he does talk, but it's like, usually he just uses a bell and write, but when he does talk, it's like a gravelly kind of thing. You could have done it without him, not gonna lie. This is like kind of later in his life where he was just kind of accepting any role he can get his hands on. And you can tell, because this is, I don't know. The man deserves more respect than this, I ain't gonna lie. But it's not a bad movie. Like I said, I recommend it. Check it out. If you can find it, highly recommend it. So, that's that one. So, alright, we're gonna ride along. We're gonna go up 5 years now to 1979 and When a Stranger Calls. Now, we all know the thing to this movie, the gimmick, if you will. Where the babysitter is babysitting these two kids, and she's getting phone calls, you know, check the children. Have you checked the children? And turns out, killer's in the house, kids are dead. And as he's calling, though, I'm just jumping all over the place here. You know, she called the cops. They traced the call and were like, you know, man, we've traced the call. The call's from coming within the house. Get out, get out. And then, of course, the killer's in the house. Kids are already dead. And that was like the thing you heard about. I mean, that's all. When everybody thinks about When a Stranger Calls, you think about that. Thing is, this is what it doesn't get. You know, what gets. You know, what kind of kills me is that's ripped off of Black Christmas. My Black Christmas review. You know, Black Christmas came out before this, and boom, that was in there. And yet, no credit. It gets shafted every time. It gets shafted on being like, you know, everybody's like, well, the first holiday themed slasher movie, Halloween. No, Black Christmas. First time the calls come from within the house, When a Stranger Calls. No, Black Christmas. But whatever, you know, I'm not crying over spilled milk because everybody knows that Black Christmas is a superior film. Not the Halloween. I will say Halloween's better. But, you know, Black Christmas is no slouch. When a Stranger Calls. So, gave you the plot right there. That is, you know, that all takes place like the first 30 minutes. I did not know that. Before I saw this, or even, you know, before I even seen the remake, I assumed that's what the whole movie was. I figured what the remake basically turned out to be. I thought the whole movie was just her in the house. I was like, how are they going to make a 90-minute movie of the girl in the house? Oh, God, killer in the house. And we know the killer's in the house, and she doesn't until the, you know. And, of course, you know, they did that at the remake, and that's why it sucked. But anyways, that's like the first 30 minutes. And then the second part of the movie is like, you know, 6-7 years later, the killer escapes and he's free. And now the cop that was there that night, he's a private investigator now, and he's trying to track down the killer. And of course, you know, the killer, he ain't really killing anybody, he's just kind of creeping around, just trying to get a friend. I guess he's trying to get laid or whatever, and then boom, cop stops that shit. And then of course the third act, you know, we go back to Carol Kane, who was the babysitter. At this point in her life now, she's married with 2 kids, and you know, like she's famous for something. I can't remember what it was now, but her face is in the paper, and of course the killer sees it, decides to go back, of course, and terrorize her. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, I do think the opening is the best part of the movie. The ending's kind of got a little bit of shock to it, but nothing crazy. Oh, yeah, I like about this. It has that TV movie feel. And it's not. I'm pretty sure. I don't think. No, it's not a TV movie because it has the killer naked in one scene, so I know it can't be a TV movie. But yeah, it just has like that TV movie feel, TV movie acting. I don't know. Directing even. It's not a bad movie. It's better than the remake. Although the remake has better cinematography, it looks a lot better. Story-wise, it's better, but I don't know. Overall, this as a movie itself, though. Nah, nothing really extremely special. You get past that first half hour or so, then it just gets kind of dull. It becomes more like a cop crime kind of thing. Like he's just trying to track down a thriller, if you will. But yeah, up until that point though, yeah. Ending ain't bad. So the ending ain't too bad because it's got kind of a little twist to it. I don't want to say twist, but there's a little, it comes out of nowhere, like, you know, I don't want to say too much. Even though I normally do spoil shit that's from the 70s. So, yeah, When a Stranger Calls, I recommend checking it out if you're a horror buff and you haven't seen it. I'd say most people will probably like the remake better, just because they're like, well, that's what it's all about. I won't go on a rant why I didn't like the remake. I'll say that for the show when we do the remake. But yeah, that's it. That's all I have for that one. So yeah, Silent Night, Bloody Night, and When a Stranger Calls. So, you guys got anything to add?
No.
Bilak? No. Darren, Randy? No. All right. Well, guys, I think we're out. So, guys, I'll catch you guys next week, and I'll catch you guys later. All right. Check you later. I got.